Yeah, we'll stand for a minute to offer condolences to Raman Subbarao. Before that, I'd like to speak 2 minutes on him. John Arlott founded the Masters Club in England, where they meet every December 16th on Jack Hobbs' birthday. And once I was with Mr. Raj Singh there, and we had Raman Subbarao. So Raman Subbarao and Raj Singh decided that we should start something here similar in India. So when we came back in that 2002, we started the same club here. That time we had Vasant Raiji as president, but we named it Legends. First we had named it 3 V's to honor Vijay Merchant, Vijay Hazare and Vinu Mankad. But later on Madhav Apte said it will be expanding, so why you keep the name 3V? So we kept the name Legends Club. Vasant Raiji was our first president, then we had a vice president as Madhav Apte and Madhav Mantri. Then Dr. Chandrakant Patankar were the initial committee members. Of course, Vishwanath and I was there to help them. That is why I just will stand, because the whole idea came from Raman Subbarao and Raj Singh at that England meeting. So let's stand for a minute to Raman Subbarao. Thank you. Thank you. We start the meeting. It's Nishat Kora. Please take the stage. Thank
you. It's 6 p.m. sharp, and we all being ardent followers of the game, we always like to call it play on the dot. So here we are. At the outset, let me invite all our esteemed panelists to be coming onto the stage one by one amidst a big round of applause that goes without saying. First and foremost, may I invite Mr. Yajurvindra Singh Bilkha. Can we have a big round of applause for him? I'm sure he's going to set the stage on fire with his very unique cricket cliches and anecdotes. Next in line, may I request Mr. Devendra Prabhudesai to please occupy his seat on the dais. It's now time for Mr. Anil Joshi to please come up on stage. Requesting Mr. Anil Joshi to please come up. We are now inviting Mr. Laxman Chavan to please come up on stage. It's now time for the very articulate person to please come up on stage, Mr. Ravi Gadiyar. It's time for me to now invite Mr. Kedar Gupte to please come up and occupy his position on the dais. One big round of applause for the esteemed panelists. A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and the warmest of a warm welcome to one and all on behalf of the organizing committee. We all are here to celebrate the birthday of the legendary master blaster, Bharat Ratna, Shri Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. On behalf of all of us, here's wishing the Maestro, Sachin Tendulkar, a very happy birthday. Maybe the best birthday that he's ever had. And may God bless him always with all the happiness in the world and the best of health. For us to be celebrating Sachin's birthday is indeed a big honor and privilege, isn't it? We are here to celebrate Sachin, the euphoria. We are here to celebrate Sachin, the hysteria. We are here to celebrate Sachin, the phenomenon. It goes without saying that Sachin is indeed the most divine gift from God as far as cricket is concerned. Before we set the ball rolling, it's time for me to thank our main event partner, that is Avisa and Active Sports, for their wonderful support and patronage. Can we give them a big round of applause? Very ably supported by Jack and Jones and Red Fox Media, the co-event partners. So big round of applause for them as well. We had a timeout of some time with this kind of a celebration, but now we are back bigger and better. We've started in right earnest. One thing I would like to clarify here is that we are not in the business of competing with anybody. We are not a rival faction or a rival body. We're just here to create those magic, nostalgic cricket moments as we go forward in our cricket journey. We are just looking to be creating those very special evenings, and this is going to be a chain of events right to the season, as Marcus has always been telling me. As far as we all are concerned, the best dish that we need to be served is the cricket topics and gossip. We cannot do without it. And tonight, what our esteemed panels are going to be dishing out will definitely form the crux of our conversations as we move forward right to the season. The choice of the venue is the historical and the iconic Parsee Gymkhana, which is indeed one of the jewels of the Queen necklace. The hall may be a little small, but just look at the way it is literally lit up with the sheer brightness and radiance being exuded by the cricket luminaries inside the hall. Yes, it's going to be a fantastic, nostalgic evening. The only thing we relish and flourish on is interesting cricket conversations. We are always at our very best amidst cricket conversations. The esteemed panelists tonight are a powerhouse of cricket acumen, and they are really going to be dishing out some wonderful cricket anecdotes, cricketing nostalgic moments as we move forward. It's going to be a cracker of an evening, and I'm sure this nostalgia has never been ever created before. So yes, once again, welcoming one and all to this wonderful evening. This is your host and host, Nishat Kora, and for me to anchor this evening in front of stalwarts like Mirin Wagle sir and Mr. Devendra Prabhudesai sir, it is like playing alongside the likes of Sachin Tendulkar and Vinod Kambli. There are collywobbles in the stomach, but I hope that I do a decent job. So yes, we get started. Yes, inviting, without any further ado, let me introduce our first speaker, Mr. Kedar Gupte, to open the innings. Kedar Gupta is an Indian Airlines Air India employee, and being a Dadar boy, he was always an ardent fan of the game. His connection with the game was a unique one and goes back to 1986, when he was posted at Porbandar, and during those days, the Mumbai Ranji Trophy team used to consistently visit Porbandar. And in the team, there were the likes of Ravi Shastri, Lalchand Rajput, Sanjay Manjrekar, Kiran Mukherjee, Shishir Hattangadi, Jitu Thakare, Deepak Jadhav, Sunil Limaye. They were the well-known faces of the team, and they all knew Kedar by his name. Sanjay Manjrekar was his junior schoolmate, and then the interaction grew into a big friendship over the years. The year 1987 brought him back to the Mumbai airport, and whenever Mumbai team used to travel to the Mumbai airport, he would always be the unofficial protocol on behalf of the Indian Airlines. Slowly, started to get to know all the players, including Sunil Gavaskar sir, Dilip Vengsarkar sir. A nice bond started to assume very good proportions. And ultimately, at the end of it all, there was Sachin Tendulkar who made his debut, and he got introduced to Kedar Gupte sir, and he forged such a good bond with Kedar sir. He started to travel for the Ranji matches outside of Mumbai to watch the semi-finals, the finals. So he was almost like the key support staff of the Mumbai team. And yes, here today evening is going to be presenting his behind-the-scenes cricket stories as he takes us down journey memory lane. So over to Mr. Kedar Gupta. Can we have a big round of applause for him?
Thank you. Namaskar. Good evening. 19th May 1997, Independence Cup. I think everybody part of that. He, SRT, and let's call him SRT right now. He calls me up the earlier day, I'm traveling tomorrow. That was a usual pattern that used to always tell me. I was there, we checked him in. He was traveling alone. I think the other team members had already traveled. Because 17 they had played one match in Wankhede, and 18 they must have traveled. He was traveling alone. After checking all the formalities, he just happened to tell me, do you want to come for the Pakistan match, Chennai? It was just like thing out of the blue. He said, you come, I'll keep the tickets. Well, I need 2 more. If I'm coming, I'll have 2 colleagues, one from Mumbai and one from Chennai. No worries. Come to Taj, Coromandel, walk down to my room, I'll keep a message, straight come to my room, take the same flight, you should be there by 10 o'clock. No problem? No, I'm going only to the ground after 12 o'clock. Fine. So once I land, go to Taj Coromandel, the duty manager waiting for me, he escorted me. Knock, he opens, there's Kiran Mure inside. He made me comfortable, everything. Then he said, hold on, I'm giving you something more. He goes, make a coffee. Most exclusive kind of a coffee, and he's checking at me. How was it the taste? And imagine Indian cricket team captain making a coffee for me. That was the trophy for me. And you can imagine Indian cricket team captain making a coffee for you and giving you. I collected the tickets, went back to the airport, met my colleague. We went for the match. 194, Said Anwar. That was his day. Though Rahul Dravid scored a century, India lost. India lost really badly. That was a bad day. I hit 19th May in Chennai, you can imagine. Next day, I'm at the airport. We check in early morning flight, me and my colleague. Just happened to look back. A tall figure, Abhi Kuruvilla, standing. And he just pointed me out. Ajay Jadeja, Nayan Mungia, Sachin. Everybody was there, down the shoulders. We helped them checking in, all going to Bombay. The Bangalore boys went different flight. We go to the aircraft, checked in, everything. The engines just refused to start. And bad scene. So captain suddenly declared, okay, we have to disembark. There is a major checkup. So we have to disembark the passengers. So my colleague who was at Chennai, he came to the door. He said, you be there. Let the other passengers go. So he had got one security, and he took all of us, the Mumbai team, Vinod Kamble also, to a different security hold. They asked Sachin, do you want to go back to the hotel on the next flight or something? No, I'll stay back with my team. Can you imagine from 8 o'clock till afternoon 3 o'clock, we were in a small security lounge, sitting there. He slept on the carpet even. We went out, bought idlis and typical South Indian breakfast from the wing, filter coffee. But he's humble and polite. He never even said that I don't want to go out. So the only 2 words I can say was humble and really polite. So these are very personal things what I felt he was. A similar situation coincidentally had happened 1996 World Cup in Calcutta. The match we lost. Same thing happened next day in the morning. The whole team was there. Similar incident. That was a 300 aircraft. We were on the aircraft again a disembarkation. So 1 year back. But we stayed back. The captain was known to me as from Indian Airlines, but he put on the AC throughout the time. And Vinod and Sachin entertaining us in the cabin with all crew members. Milind will know how crew are there, or Milind has also been a brand ambassador for Indian Airlines and Air India. So these are the things like how you can imagine he can be a normal human being too. Similarly, once he had invited me to his house, Bandra West, the new house near the Mount Mary thing. So he took me up. There's an acoustic sound music, he said. He was explaining music, how acoustic works, how the chords work, how the rhythm works. He played the music one channel, he played the other music on a channel, all sorts of things. He explained all the kind of acoustic, how it can make a difference. It's a huge, a bigger room like this. Anil must have seen that. Like his craze for the music even, what it can be. Then he had bought a new Mercedes around the same time. So talking about the Mercedes, said, okay, let's go for a ride. It was quite spontaneous. Those days, the bridge was from west to east. Now it is east to west. So the speed at 100, 110, 120. Then he's brought down the windows and he said, now you check how the wind goes. So like that 15 minutes right from his house to MIG, he explained me all the kind of physics, speedometer, how the wind goes, the velocity, and I stood, yes, that's something physics. So he had so much of knowledge of everything and perfection. Then how F1 car goes around, what are they made of, how the tires are to be changed. That he was aware about this way back 25 years. And he could tell every small thing about it. Similarly, I was involved with the Legends Trophy after his retirement. He was playing with the Indian team. I was the manager for the South African team. There was a guy called Thandi in my South African team. He had a video recording. He had played only one day against India and 1 wicket of Mr. Sachin Tendulkar. So I went to him and told him, this guy who's got your wicket, and showed him the video. I said, his name is Thandi. He said, no. He told his full name, Thandi Samson Shalabala. So imagine after retirement, and he could recollect how he got. He told me this was the ball, this was the thing. And then I called Thandi. They shook hands. And the same evening he took again. Thandi took his wicket. So when that coincidence or whatever. So these are the small things. I will not tell you what he has played or something, but how human being he was. We are lucky that God created so many talents in our era. Some SMG, SRD, Amitabh, Lataji, just to entertain us in this life. And that's Sachin. And it's Sachin. Let's say Sachin, Sachin. It still gives you a goosebumps.
Sachin.
Happy birthday, Sachin, the Bharat Ratna. And we're proud to have among us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kedar Gupte, for sharing a few candid moments. Exactly, you presented the behind-the-scenes story. We are already lights, camera, action, showtime, and we've already rock and rolled with the opening batter, Kedar Gupte.